Elements are made up of one type of atoms. For example, consider oxygen. Oxygen is made from one type of atoms, so it is an element. Secondly, consider sodium. It is made from one type of atoms, so it is also an element. Thirdly, consider hydrogen. It is also made from one type of atoms, so it is an element. While compounds are made up of different types of atoms. For example, consider water. We can observe that water is made from hydrogen and oxygen. Water is made from two different types of atoms, so it is a compound. Secondly, consider salt. We can observe that salt is also made from two different types of atoms like sodium and chlorine, so it is a compound. Thirdly, consider sugar. We can observe that sugar is made from three different types of atoms like carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, so it is a compound. Secondly, there are only 118 types of element known to mankind. For example, oxygen, sodium, hydrogen and chlorine, while there is no upper limit on the type of compounds, because different chemical combinations of elements form different compounds. For example, when hydrogen and chlorine combine together chemically, they form HCl or hydrochloric acid. When hydrogen and oxygen combine together chemically, they form H2O or water. Also, when sodium and hydrogen combine together chemically, they form sodium hydride. Thus, we learn that the same atom of hydrogen chemically combined with other elements form different compounds. Thirdly, we cannot split up element into two or more simpler substances by physical or chemical means. For example, if you divide the element of hydrogen, you still get hydrogen. If you again divide hydrogen, again you get hydrogen. So we cannot split up an element. While we can split up compound into respective elements by a chemical means. For example, consider electrolysis process. In this process, water is divided into hydrogen and oxygen. So by chemical process, a compound is divided into its elements. Fourthly, every element is represented using symbols. For example, hydrogen is represented by H, chlorine is represented by Cl, gold is represented by Au, and oxygen is represented by O. While every compound is represented by a chemical formula. For example, the chemical formula of water is H2O. The chemical formula of table salt is NaCl. The chemical formula of sugar is C6H12O6. Finally, let me teach you a bonus question.